Hello friends, this is Krishna Vasist and you are listening to me on your favorite channel Tats Guru. Today we will be discuss present perfect tense and I will tell you the concept of four sins with some useful examples. This is the practice session. This will be the part second. Okay, and in case if you have not watched my part 1, my previous video session, so please go back and watch that particular video session because that is very important, and the concept about the frame structure rules and some useful examples that I taught you in that video session. So please, I request you just go back and watch that particular video. Okay, so let's get started friends. So let me recall what we have done so far in present perfect continuous tense. If you use he, she, it or any singular nouns, that you will have to combine that particular subject with has been. Okay, let me recall something because that is very important, and in case if you have not watched my previous video session, so please let me tell you something. Okay, so that you will need it when you will frame your sentence on the basis of present perfect continuous tense. What is the meaning of present perfect continuous tense? That I told you, but I'm telling you right now once again. It is the combination of present perfect and present continuous tense. It is the fusion. Okay, and now today I will tell you the difference also between present continuous and present perfect continuous tense. So keep watching this video till the end because this video is really gonna help you in the journey of your spoken English. Okay, so friends, what I was telling about, like if you use he, she, it and any singular subject like Ram, Sham, Krishna, Kirti, these are some singular subjects. Okay, if you use he, she, it and any singular, then you will always use the helping verb is has been. That is very important. Okay, and the first form of the verb plus ing and then plus object. Okay, this will be the frame friends. Okay, this will be the rule, and any sentence if you're gonna make, you just use that rule. Subject, I'm talking about he, she, it and singular. We often call this is the third person. Okay, third person. So he, she, it, any singular subject plus has been plus verb first form ing and then object comes. That is very simple. Otherwise friend, just use I and you, we, they, and these subjects are being combined with have been plus same verb first form object, sorry not object, ing and plus object. Okay, so this is for the subject of I, you and we, they. Always you will have to use have been plus first form of verb with ing then object. Okay, that is very clear. So now friends, let me tell you some important example, or you can say the useful examples that you can make first of all you gotta understand what I'm going to write on the screen, and if I write something you will have to speak with me because I do it oftenly. Okay, and that's how I learned English as well. Otherwise 1 year back I was very weak in English. When it comes to speaking with someone, I used to hesitate a lot. Okay, so friends, now there is an example. The child has been sleeping for 3 hours. The child. Okay, so this is the singular subject. The child, you will have to use has been. The child has been sleeping. The child has been sleeping. The child has been sleeping. Okay, and the child has been sleeping. If there is some time, time duration, for how many hours that child has been sleeping, for how many hours, that use for 3 hours. 3 hours. Okay, so this is very important, friends. Let me change the color of the marker. For 3 hours. Okay, for the 3 hours. Let me write another example so that you can compare both of them. The child has been sleeping. The child has been sleeping since Monday. The child has been sleeping since Monday. The child has been sleeping since Monday. Okay, so friends, there are two sentences almost same, but there is some difference. If you look at it, first sentence written in red color, I used at the end of the sentence for 3 hours, and the second sentence I used since Monday. Okay, so you may have seen the first slide of my video. When you were about to watch the video, there was written in the form of for and since concept that I'm gonna tell you in this video session. I'm gonna tell you the difference between for and since. When do we use for and when do we use since? Okay, so a little bit I told you in my first video session. Okay, if you have not watched, I'm telling you again and again, please go back and watch, because in that video particular I told you when there is some certainty in terms of time, okay, we always use for, and when there is no certainty in terms of time, we always use since. Okay, what I mean when I say like this? Okay, so there are two things, friend. One is period of time. And the second is point of time. Okay, one is period of time and the second is point of time. When I say period of time, what does it mean? Actually, what does it mean? So if you look at it, first sentence, there are periods, for how many hours that child has been sleeping. First hour, then it repeats itself second hour, then it repeats itself 3 times 3 hours. Okay, when there is some repetition in the time, that is called period of time. And in such sentences, in such point of situation, that you will have to use for, not since. Okay, of course, in sooner I'm gonna give more examples as well, so that you have your idea, you can clear your concept actually. Okay, and the second sentence, when there is a case of point of time. point of time, or you can say like Monday, okay, like Wednesday, when there's some point of time but we are not sure about the time duration, for how many hours, for how many time, for how many seconds, minutes, for how many days that particular things has been occurring. Okay, so there are always two things. First is period of time, second is point of time. Okay, so that we always use for and since. Friend, I'm gonna tell you more examples so that you can have clear your ideas. Okay, and the second thing is, let me clear my slide first. The second thing is, okay, let me tell you some more examples so that you will have idea a little bit. Okay, so first is when we use, okay, I'll have to speak in Hindi for a moment, a little bit. Kal se, okay, from tomorrow, Monday 25 March 2 o'clock 1995. Okay, so always we use since morning, since yesterday, since Monday, since 25th March, since 2 o'clock, since 1995. Okay, always we use. Okay, so let me write so that you can have an idea. First one is since morning. Since morning, this is the first one. Second is since yesterday. Since yesterday. Since yesterday. And third one is since Monday. Or also you can have your snapshot, or you can note down, because this is very important. And let me write the complete things first. Since 25th March, since 25th March, since 2 o'clock, since 2 o'clock, since 1995. Okay, so when you have the situation like this, when you'll have to use morning, yesterday, मॉर्निंग से वो काम नहीं हो रहा है, कल से वो काम नहीं हो रहा है, मंडे से वो काम हो रहा है, 25 मार्च से वो काम हो रहा है, ठीक है, लाइक दैट you will have to use always since morning, since yesterday, since Monday, since 25th of March, since 2 o'clock, since 1995. That is clear. I hope you must have cleared your doubts now about since. And now let me tell you about something for. Okay, for 2 hours. For 2 hours. First one is for 5 days. For 5 days. And third one is for 10 years. For 10 years. And for many days. For many days. Okay, so when you have situation like this, circumstances like this, that you'll have to use, you will have a little bit certainty in respect of time, that you will always use for 2 hours, for 5 days, for 10 years, for Mondays, for many days. So now let me tell you some examples so that you will have something like first example that I'm gonna write, Kirti has been reading. Kirti has been reading since 3 o'clock. Okay, since 3 o'clock. Okay, Kirti has been reading since 3 o'clock. So look at this time interval, 3 o'clock. 3 o'clock, because I told you when there is something about in terms of time here, in terms of time, you will have to use since. Okay, so are you getting what I'm trying to make you understand? Actually, Kirti has been reading since 3 o'clock. And the second one is, if I try to convert this sentence in terms of 4 concept, like how can I do that? Kirti has been reading 4 2 days. Kirti has been reading for 2 days. Okay, or you can say for 2 hours. Okay, you can do it whatever you want to do it. Okay, so like that you can make your sentence on the basis of since or on the basis of for. So there shouldn't be any confusion. Now you have cleared all your doubts. I told you can take snapshot of this concept. First of all, since morning, since yesterday, since Monday, since 25th of March, since 2 o'clock, since 1995. Okay, and now you can take snapshot here for 2 hours, for 5 days, for 10 years, for many days. Okay, so in this video I wanted to tell you the difference between for and since. When do we use for and since? Okay, so you I think you should know about it actually, and there shouldn't be any confusion as of now. So let me write more sentence. Now. He has been reading. He has been reading this book. He has been reading this book for 4 hours. Simple. For 4 hours. Just look at this point. Look at this object. For 4 hours. Okay. There is some certainty in terms of hours. How many hours he has been reading? For 4 hours. You cannot use since here. You cannot miss the concept. Okay, so you'll have to take care this thing. Now the next one is, she has been ill. She has been ill since Monday. Okay, since Monday. Just take a look on this thing. Since Monday. She has been ill since Monday. You cannot say she has been ill for Monday. Okay, you'll have to say she has been ill since Monday. Got it? I think you get it my point actually, what I'm trying to say, what I have been teaching for 30 minutes so far. That girl has been playing since morning. That girl has been playing since morning. That girl has been playing since morning. That boy has been playing since morning. This boy has been playing since morning. Okay? Krishna has been playing since morning. Krishna has been playing since afternoon. Krishna has been playing since afternoon. Okay? Got it? So I think slowly you are getting concept, and that is very good. If you are getting, you can tell me in comment box about my teaching style. If you are really liking it, so please comment me, like my video, because one video, if you like for one video, that will be the craziest thing for me. Okay? And I'll be motivated to make more videos, to come up with more concept, to come up with more topics in future. So I think you are my confidence actually. Okay, it's up to you, friends. You can decrease my motivation, or you can increase my motivation. So if you subscribe the channel, so that is kind of the motivation that I actually I'll take it from your side. Okay, so now the next sentence that I'm gonna make: I have been living in this city for 5 years. You can say 5 years. I have been living in this city for 5 years, because he knows exactly for how many years that he has been living in that particular city. Okay, so I have been living in the city for 5 years. That is very much clear in his mind. That's why, or you can say my mind, because I use subject I. Okay, so that is pretty much clear in my mind for how many years that I have been living in that particular city for 5 years. Okay, so I cannot say like this: I have been living in the city since 5 years. Since 5 years, because there is some period of time. The years is repeating itself. Okay, so now more examples. It has been raining continuously since morning. It has been raining continuously if I'm wrong with the spelling, so please forgive me. It has been raining continuously since morning. Okay, so since morning, this time around we are using since morning. That is again very important topic. Since morning, I think you have cleared now when to use for and when to use since. She has been working here. She has been working here since 2015. She has been working here since 2015. Okay, so that's it, friends. I think you must have cleared your doubts between for and since concept. This is present perfect continuous tense that I was teaching in this video session, and we have made so many useful examples, and I think that I have cleared your doubts between for and since, when to use for and when to use since. Okay, so that's it, friends. And if you have any doubts, so please type text in the comment box. Definitely I will read your comment, your message. If any doubt is there, so please let me know, and definitely I will try to remove your doubt as well. Okay, so thank you very much for watching this video session. See you soon, and I will come up with the next topic. Most probably I will teach you the next tense, and that would be the past indefinite tense. Okay, because almost we have covered the present action, as we know that there are 4 sub tenses in present actions, like present indefinite, present continuous, present perfect tense, and the last one is present perfect continuous tense. Okay, so I think we have covered almost everything. So from the tomorrow we will try to study past indefinite tense. Okay, I will try to teach you the past concept. Okay, so keep watching Tats Guru channel, and in case if you have not subscribed the channel, please you have to subscribe, because as I said in between the video, your subscription is my motivation. If you subscribe, okay, that will be the craziest thing for me. Thank you very much for watching this video session. Thank you.